Welcome to Fuller Expectations, the podcast for anyone who feels that the path that they're on just isn't what they want, need, or quite frankly, where they expected to be at this stage in their life. I'm Carrie Fuller, your host, and I am so excited that you took the time to listen today. If you're here because someone shared this with you, that means that they care about you and think that this episode might be meaningful to you. No matter why you're here, thanks so much for taking the time to spend with us today. And if you're new to the Fuller Expectations podcast family, thanks so much for joining us. Every week, we're going to have real conversations, share inspiring stories, and offer you the support that you need to create a life that feels aligned with your goals, your passion, and your purpose. A life that's just truly, authentically yours. If you're interested in better, you are in the right place. We all deserve to live a life that offers us true joy, no matter what age or stage we're in. And if you like what you've heard today and thought of someone who might benefit, please share this episode with them. And if you haven't already, hit follow so that our podcast can appear in your podcast library. Every week we launch a new episode and we don't want you to miss it. And now let's get right into today's episode. Hello, Fuller Expectations podcast family. We have a really great episode for you today, and it is a guide to overcoming weight loss resistance. And we're going to learn about the top culprits that interfere with weight loss and how to fix them. So this conversation is really a compassionate and science-based look at weight loss resistance, which is a frustrating experience that many people face, especially in midlife when doing all of the right things just no longer work. In this episode, we are offering the expertise and insight from Jennifer Jenkins. Jennifer is a registered nurse. She is a certified health coach. She is a functional nutrition specialist. She is also a registered yoga teacher and a certified lifestyle practitioner. She does coaching around this. So Jennifer's experience brings together medical knowledge, nutrition science, lifestyle coaching, and mind-body wellness, which makes her especially well equipped to share with us insights on why weight loss resistance happens, especially in midlife, and how to fix it. Jennifer's company is called Rooted. It's a holistic health coaching business, and Jennifer offers a newsletter that provides really great information all about wellness, especially in the second half of life. So I'm going to put that information in the show notes so that you can get in touch with Jennifer if you're interested in learning more. What you're going to hear today is information that Jennifer's insights offer around why weight loss stalls. And we're going to uncover the most common and often overlooked factors that interfere with progress. So rather than blaming willpower or discipline, this episode will reframe weight loss resistance as a signal from your body and not a personal failure. What weight loss resistance actually is and why it's so common in the second half of life is something we're going to talk about today. And also the top culprits that block fat loss, which include things like hormonal shifts, especially cortisol, insulin, and thyroid function, chronic stress and poor sleep, inflammation and gut health imbalances, underfueling and over-exercising, blood sugar dysregulation, why restrictive dieting often backfires, how stress and mindset directly impact metabolism, and we're going to share simple practical fixes that support your body instead of fighting it. So the big takeaway today for everyone listening is that weight loss isn't about trying harder. It's about working smarter with your body. When you address root causes and support your nervous system and your hormones and have proper nutrition, progress becomes possible again. So this episode will offer clarity, relief, and hope, especially for anyone who feels stuck or discouraged or confused about why weight loss feels harder than it used to be in the second half of life. So if you feel like you're doing everything right, you've cut out processed foods, you're exercising, you're eating lots of vegetables, but still the needle on the scale just won't move, you are not alone and it's not your fault. You may simply have a case of weight loss resistance. So what is weight loss resistance? Simply put, it's when your body has imbalances that make losing weight really difficult. Some of these imbalances include high cortisol levels due to chronic stress, excessive blue light exposure, heavy metal toxicity in your body, estrogen dominance, low testosterone, hypothyroidism, blood sugar dysregulation, sleep disturbances, and gut microbiome imbalances. So, as you can see, that's a really long list, but luckily, once these imbalances are addressed, weight loss gets much easier. So, culprit number one that we're going to talk about is high cortisol. Cortisol is your body's main stress hormone. It has a major impact on your weight. It regulates blood sugar, it influences your metabolism, it suppresses your immune system, and it also reduces inflammation in your body. So when cortisol stays high for too long, things can just go haywire. High cortisol levels can increase your appetite and cause cravings for sugary and fatty foods, which leads to weight gain. High cortisol can cause you to store excess belly fat, which is also known as the stress belly. Some signs of high cortisol include weight gain, especially around your belly, irritability, trouble concentrating, extreme fatigue, headaches, high blood pressure, muscle weakness, and high blood sugar. So how to test for this is cortisol levels rise and fall throughout the day. So the first step is to take a 24-hour cortisol test. Be sure to work with a practitioner so that they can help you interpret the results. And also technology such as an Oura Ring and other wearables can help you detect this as well. How to address it is basically to balance your blood sugar and find ways to relieve your stress, whether it's meditation, spending time out in nature, getting some exercise, and definitely consult your health practitioner if you feel like your cortisol levels might not be in balance. The second culprit is blue light exposure. Yes, and that is right. Spending too much time staring at your phone or your laptop or your TV may be showing up on the scale. Electronic devices emit a blue light, which disrupts your body's sleep-wake cycle, also known as your circadian rhythm. Evidence shows that excessive blue light exposure, especially in the evening, can trigger metabolic changes that may lead to weight gain. Some signs of excessive blue light exposure are eye strains, headaches or migraines, blurry vision, poor sleep, and trouble focusing. To learn more about how blue light affects your health, I definitely suggest looking into that and maybe asking some questions of your healthcare practitioner. How to protect yourself against blue light is pretty easy. It's dimming the lights when the sun goes down, using red light bulbs for night lights and reading lamps. These are less likely to disrupt your sleep hormone, melatonin, and avoid electronics for 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed, or at least limit them if possible. The third culprit is heavy metal buildup. Heavy metals like mercury and lead are everywhere. They're found in the foods that we eat, the water that we drink, and the air that we breathe, and also the products that we use. When these toxic metals build up, they can affect your health and your waistline. Research shows that heavy metal accumulation is linked with a higher BMI and waist circumference, but it's hard to pinpoint why. Some say it's because heavy metals disrupt hormone production, and others say it's because they deplete minerals, which can lead to weight gain. Either way, removing these toxic metals may correct these imbalances, which may help you lose weight. Some of the signs of heavy metal buildup in your body are chronic fatigue, brain fog, memory problems, anxiety or depression, insomnia, skin irritations, digestive problems, joint pain, and tingling in your hands or feet. Heavy metal tests can be done through the blood, urine, hair, or even fingernail testing. Binders like activated charcoal and humic acid bind to toxic heavy metals so they can actually be safely escorted from your body. Be sure to speak with your healthcare practitioner, and I'm also going to put some information in the show notes on some supplements that I've actually been taking that have helped me with this. The fourth culprit is estrogen dominance. Estrogen is a reproductive hormone that works with a sister hormone, progesterone. Together, they regulate the menstrual cycle and set the stage for pregnancy. But at times, estrogen levels can get too high. This is known as estrogen dominance, and it can bring on a slew of symptoms, including weight gain. Estrogen is made by a woman's ovaries, the adrenal glands, and even fat cells. The more excess fat you carry, the higher your estrogen will be. This can create a really vicious cycle that can make it tough to lose weight. Some signs of estrogen dominance include irregular menstrual cycles, heavy periods, severe PMS, loss of libido, infertility, fatigue, mood swings, hair loss, uterine fibroids, weight gain, especially around your hips, thighs, and midsection. And some risk factors for high estrogen include taking birth control pills or hormone replacement therapy, sluggish liver, poor gut health, and problems with ovulation. Your doctor can test your estrogen through your urine or saliva. Some things that you can do to address estrogen dominance are swapping plastics for glass and stainless steel. Plastics contain chemicals like PBA, which can disrupt hormone balance. Eating a high fiber diet also helps remove excess estrogen from your body. And things like milk thistle or dandelion also help with estrogen dominance. The fifth culprit is low testosterone. So testosterone is the primary male sex hormone. It helps regulate libido, bone mass, and plays a key role in male fertility. But testosterone also plays a role in fat distribution and muscle mass for men and women, which means when testosterone is running low, it's harder to build muscle. This can slow down your metabolism, which can cause the scale to creep up. Testosterone levels decline naturally as we age, yet there's always ways to boost testosterone production. Some signs of low testosterone include being overweight, loss of muscle mass, decreased sex drive, low sperm count, fertility issues, irritability, depression, and less beard growth. You can address these things by eating a nutritious diet, including a good balance of proteins, fats, and carbs to support testosterone production, getting physical exercise and weightlifting in particular, which is shown to boost testosterone levels, getting daily sun exposure because vitamin D deficiency is linked with low testosterone, and of course, reduce your stress. You can also test your testosterone levels by a simple blood test. So definitely get in touch with your medical practitioner for more information on low testosterone. Culprit number 6 is hypothyroidism. Your thyroid is a small butterfly-shaped gland that lives in your neck. Its job is to produce thyroid hormone, which regulates your metabolism. But sometimes the thyroid struggles to make enough thyroid hormone. This is known as hypothyroidism. And when the thyroid slows down, so does your metabolism. That's why weight gain is one of the telltale signs of hypothyroidism. Some signs of hypothyroidism include sensitivity to cold, weight gain, hair loss, feeling tired, sore muscles and joints, depression, slow heart rate, constipation, dry skin, and heavy or irregular menstrual periods. Traditionally, this is addressed by taking synthetic thyroid hormone, but changes to your diet may also improve your thyroid function. If you're wondering if hypothyroidism might be affecting you, definitely reach out to your healthcare practitioner to have blood testing done to detect whether or not this is an issue for you. Culprit number 7 is blood sugar issues. Glucose, also known as blood sugar, is your body's main source of energy. So when you eat carbs, your body breaks them down into glucose. Your pancreas then secretes hormone insulin to help glucose get into your cells. When you eat a lot of sugar or carbs, more insulin is secreted. So when your body has less insulin or blood sugar, that extra sugar is stored. Some is stored in your liver and muscles, and when they're full, that extra sugar is stored as fat. So that's why blood sugar dysregulation often leads to weight gain. Some signs of blood sugar imbalance include feeling hungry, dizziness, irritability or anxiety, heart palpitations, feeling tired or weak, confusion, shaking, sugar craves, headaches, and tingling in your lips. You can address this by keeping your blood sugar as steady as possible, but to learn more about balancing your blood sugar, definitely check with your healthcare professional or with a glucose monitor kit that's available for home use. Culprit number 8, sleep disturbances. Not sleeping well can make it really tough to lose weight. Lack of sleep increases the stress hormone cortisol. And as I mentioned, when cortisol gets high, it can increase your appetite and cause your body to hang on to fat. In fact, research research shows that people who sleep less than 7 hours a night have a higher body mass index and are more likely to be obese than those who get enough sleep. Some signs of poor sleep include feeling unrested upon waking up frequently throughout the night, having trouble falling asleep, feeling fatigued throughout the day, being irritable, yawning frequently, or having trouble focusing. You can improve your sleep quality by keeping a consistent schedule. So try to get at least between 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Then maybe you'll get at least 7. Avoid blue light from electronics for at least 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. Again, blue light exposure can really mess up with your sleep-wake cycle. Create an ideal sleeping environment, meaning a cool, dark, and quiet place. Use blackout curtains or a noise machine if you need to, and drop the thermostat a few notches before you go to bed. And our last culprit, number 9, is gut imbalances. Did you know that there's over 10 trillion microbes that live in your gut? These viruses, bacteria, and fungi make up your gut microbiome. Some of these bugs are beneficial, while others are not. But when your gut is healthy, these microorganisms coexist peacefully. But sometimes your microbiome's balance gets disrupted and the bad bugs get out of hand. This can happen due to poor diet, stress, antibiotic overuse, or chronic infections. Your microbiome affects your digestion, it affects how fat is stored in your body, and it affects your hunger hormone ghrelin. So when your microbiome gets out of balance, it can definitely impact your weight. Some signs of gut imbalances include digestive issues, skin issues, mental health problems like anxiety or depression, trouble sleeping, craving sugar, and being fatigued. You can treat this by eating probiotic-rich foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi, following an anti-inflammatory diet such as the Mediterranean diet with plenty of high-fiber foods, and working with a holistic coach. So diet and exercise are really great next steps towards a health transformation. You definitely need the right strategy and support and accountability to create lasting change. That's why health coaching is really beneficial and definitely working with your health practitioner. Most health programs take a one-size-fits-all approach and focus only on diet and exercise, which sometimes causes frustration and feeling stuck and only seeing short-term results. But health coaching offered by someone like Jennifer Jenkin is a science-based approach that really is designed for people struggling with weight loss resistance, hormone imbalances, metabolic dysfunction, gut health issues, chronic stress and nervous system dysregulation, mindset blocks, and emotional eating. So health coaching really doesn't manage just the symptoms. They help restore and rebalance your health by addressing the mind, body, and spirit connection and creating a sustainable lifestyle upgrade. If you're familiar with a wellness coach, it might be worth a phone call. Just have a complimentary clarity call. You can also check with your medical practitioner, but I'll definitely put Jennifer Jenkin's information in the show notes so that you can check and see if a conversation with Jennifer might be right for you. She does offer complimentary clarity calls. She does master classes. She works on things like food intolerance and micronutrient and heavy metal testing. She does consultations with a strategy plan that's made just for you and offers a self-guided program. She also does group coaching programs and corporate wellness. So I hope you found the information today helpful, and maybe it's something that could benefit you or someone you know. Please definitely share this podcast with someone that you may have thought of. And if you haven't already, definitely hit follow so that our podcast can appear in your podcast library so that you don't miss an episode. We do drop episodes every Thursday, and we would love to have you as part of the Fuller Expectations podcast family.
Thanks for listening today. If this episode sparked something in you, please share it with a friend, leave a comment or a review, and reach out and let me know what resonated. Remember, no matter what age or stage of life you're in, you can pivot. And always remember, the second half of life is not a winding down. It's a waking up. Please follow or subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of our podcast family. Let's keep showing up and being the best version of ourselves. Until next time, take care.